right, we are live. Hi everyone. I'm gonna give it a minute to see if we get anyone to pop on. This is like impromptu, didn't plan it, didn't let anyone know. But we'll be playing on my stories for the next 24 hours. What I've decided to do is for the next, hi Jay at the Sourcing District. Always, I'm your biggest fan. Jay at the Sourcing District, fabric, all the things you need. I'm gonna wave back. How do I do that? Did I wave? There we go, cool. All right, so today I'm talking about, I'm coming on here because so many designers call me and they say, I need a factory, I need a manufacturer. And it's becoming more and more clear that like that question, not a lot of designers know exactly what they need in order to need a factory. That question can be a little bit premature. So I'm in the business where I will ask you questions and I'm here to help. I'm here to educate you around what is needed in order to have a good production. Factories are not. They're gonna say, do you have your patterns and tech packs? And if you answer no, they're out the door. So I'm coming on here for the next 5 days. Why the next 5 days? Because I am also selling a course called the Manufacturing Prep Course that will run you through everything you need in order to get a successful production. And you can walk into the door at a factory and they'll take you seriously because you're gonna know the answers to the questions and you're gonna have everything prepared so that you can have a successful production. So we're running a sale next 5 days where you get $500 off this course. The link is in my bio on the Livermore page. So if you're interested, but I'm gonna share some tips here and then those tips will help regardless. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into the first tip. First tip, you should organize on your end so that the factory can give you a production. If you've ever been in a factory, you know they're not the most organized. Organization is like not their forte. So it's on you to be organized. You should know how much fabric is there. You should have your tech pack. You should be ready with the 24 buttons that they're gonna need for the sample. It's on you to be organized so that everything's in a little package, it's clear, they understand, and they can just put together your cut and sew your sample without problems. But I can't tell you the amount of times that, we'll call a factory, or they'll call us and they'll be like, we're out of elastic. And I'll say, well, we dropped off 100 yards of elastic. You should definitely have elastic. And they're like, we're out of elastic. We don't have elastic. So I have to go to the factory, dig on my hands and knees, find the elastic. Sometimes I don't find the elastic, then we have to find more elastic. But if I'm super organized on my end and I know when I dropped that elastic off, how much I dropped off, I have an inventory list. If it got delivered, like if you're not local, but you know that elastic got delivered on Monday at 4 p.m. and so signed for it, it gives you more because the factory will replace that elastic if you can prove that it was at their place. Also, if you can prove that it was at their place, they're gonna be more organized so that they're not gonna have to pay for things if they get lost. So organization is key. I am super OCD. Checklists, templates, everything. I have an Excel spreadsheet. So being super, super organized, and all of that information you'll get in that manufacturing prep course. So when it comes to a template for your tech pack, for your BOMs, for all of this information that you'll need to give them, I'm gonna show you in that course. So again, if you're interested, there is the link in my bio. It's gonna start in November so that we're gonna do the courses, it's 4. You'll be done by Thanksgiving, and then 2022, you'll be fully prepared for manufacturing. Also, if you take the course and you do all of this organization, you do all these templates and the checklists and the tech pack, and you source your goods, Jay, you're definitely on my sourcing list. If you come to me and you have all this ready and you're like, Anna, I need a factory. You know, I get that question a million times a day. I need a factory. But you show me that you took the course, that you paid attention, that you actually did all of those things I said that you need for a factory. I'm gonna hand select a factory for you so that you can walk into the door and I'll say, hey, this is so-and-so. They're gonna be a great customer. They need production, here you go. So you'll have a factory as well. All right, so organization. The second thing is, this goes with organization, but it's worth mentioning, is create a checklist. So before, and again, this checklist I'm gonna give you, it is in my course, but we have a checklist of like, okay, we're going to a factory, we're dropping off production, we're dropping off samples. Jay has a question. This is a course that's time has come. Several years ago, you could stroll into a factory and they were pretty glad to see you. Today, most of these folks are incredibly busy. Unless you come in prepared, they blow you off. Yes, Jay, thank you. So that's Jay from the sourcing district. He's saying it in a more blunt way, but yes, factories are busy. You've got to come across professionally. You've got to have everything buttoned up to be like, hey, I'm going to be a great client. I'm going to be easy to work with. I've got things organized and here it is. So we're going to get you there. But yes, back in the day, factories were more open to working with new designers and kind of educating you. Now it's like there are so many new designers and they've probably been burned a lot by new designers that don't really know all of the ins and outs of production. So they're more weary of taking new clients, unfortunately, but this course is gonna help you so that you're ready. But this checklist, so before we go, we have a checklist of like, okay, we're gonna drop off a sample, we're gonna drop off production. Do I have the label? Do I have the marker? Do I have the buttons? Do I have the trims? Like, we run through a checklist before we go, because a factory does not want to stop your production and wait for a button or a label. When they're doing your production, everything is on a line. They have all of their sewers set up, ready to go. So if it gets to the point where they need to put on the label and they have to wait, they're going to pull your entire production off. They're going to put somebody else's on, and your production will not go back on until that other person's production is done. So creating this checklist of like, here's everything that I need to give my factory so that they can do the production. Do that. I mean, we go to factories every single day, but still when we're dropping things off, I go through a checklist because it's there, it's simple, and like sometimes I forget to put the labels in the bag or the interfacing, but you want to just be super, super organized. So there you have it. I am super excited for this course. If you have any questions, send us a message, send us an email. But yes, it is going to get you prepared for production so that, you know, when I started Livermore, I'll share this, and Jay, you can chime in here too. It was like no one shared anything. They were like, this is mine. I worked so hard to get this vendor. I worked so hard to get this factory. I'm not telling anyone ever. And it was really, really hard to build this network. And now that I have it, I want to share it. I don't want it to be something that I have to hide. But what I'm finding is, yes, I can share my network, but there's certain information that you guys need so that my network isn't upset that they're getting all these newbies that don't know what interfacing is or things like that. So there's a little bit of an education that I'd like to put in so that you guys are prepared. And Jay, and that doesn't work today, in increasing manner all the time, information and organization is key. Yes. So yeah, I just wanted to build this course so that you guys are ready to be introduced to my network, so that you guys are ready to go to a factory, that when you call Jay, although Jay is really great with working with new designers, but when you call Jay, you'll know the basic information about how to source fabric, what you're looking for, sample prices, production, what questions to ask. All of that is going to be in this course. So I will see you guys tomorrow with my next 2 tips. Like I said, Sale is for 5 days for the course. You'll get $500 off for the next 5 days. I'll be sharing 2 tips a day for working with your factories, and we will see you tomorrow. So thanks, guys. Bye. I don't know how to stop this. Oh, close.